Good morning. I hope all is well. I would like to refer to Situation 2 because it called my attention and it made me think about two different perspectives from which it can be seen. So, if there's a community project that is going to be done in my school, if, for example, I'm a teacher there, or if it's or if I am a student. I mean, from both points of view, it'd be interesting. So I wanted to discuss both because if I had been a student and maybe younger, I might not have wanted to contribute to these community project because of my personality. And I think there are many people whose personality is more introspective and academic. And so I believe that these people contribute just as well as the ones that get involved in the community because these types of people study as hard as they can, just like Dante said, "Io studio quanto posso," and so their contribution to the world is still enormous. And based on their studies, a lot of very important theories have evolved, just like, for example, Einstein or any other important thinker. And so, based on this perspective, if I were a professor or a teacher, I would maybe motivate my students to get involved in a community project. And this is because when you learn something, it is not enough to keep it to yourself and to feel this passion about learning, just like what Professor Robert Post says, and become a bookworm and just be in the quiet and what he said, it's a place that Plato called the soul. That's where the books get. But this is like the first step, and then we can go into the world and share our knowledge. So some people don't like to do that, and I think it's okay because there are different personalities. But once you have experienced it, then maybe you can change your mind a little and you open your perspective and you realize that your contribution feels a lot better when you share it with others and when you help others. Just like by being a teacher or a professor, it gives you an enormous satisfaction to see that your students are learning and that they feel passionate about what they are doing and that they have a vision about what they want to do when they are older or in their profession. So we are in our profession. We need to promote into the student an unconditional commitment to the world, the amor mundi. So amor mundi can be done either from your own personality, introspective personality, by creating, for example, publishing articles about education and your experience. And this is a way to share with others, not necessarily going into a community, because if it's not in you, if it doesn't come from you, it just isn't the best choice. And if we have to assume the responsibility for the world and bring our contribution as best as I can, just like the professor said, um, it can be done in both ways. But in my experience, and of course, after maturing more and realizing many things or living many things in life, I've realized that I like to share what I've learned with others because it makes me feel better. And I am a lot more satisfied than just knowing that I learned something and just keep it to myself. So that's how I would motivate my students to go and help in a community. Because, for example, if we learned something about recycling or something about other topics, or even English, and if they can go and teach English into a community, that's very satisfying. So that would be my contribution. And thank you, and I'll see you next time.